Once a symbol of plural marriage, the Brown family was difficult but functional, united by a common devotion and faith. However, time had a way of exposing the fracture lines that had been concealed beneath years of meticulously preserved looks. At the heart of it all was Cody Brown, whose once large family had now been broken up into smaller pieces. Janelle was on the verge of leaving. Christine had already left. A shadow of the woman she once was, Meri, lingered. The only person who still held his hand was Robyn, his last and final wife, but even she seemed unsure of her hold these days. Up until now, none of them had realized how far Cody had gone to protect Robyn. In ways that no other wife or kid had ever experienced, he had not only shown her favor but also sealed her and her offspring. It began with murmurs, an openly available legal document. I heard a hushed phone call. Although Janelle had sensed something was wrong, it wasn't until she put the pieces together that she discovered how deeply deceitful Cody was. She sat opposite Meri late one evening in the dark kitchen of the house they still shared in Flagstaff. With a tone of incredulity, Janelle declared, "He's legally bound himself to them. Robyn and the children. They are now the only ones who matter." Meri scowled. "What do you mean?" "He has, in effect, erased us. He has legally and spiritually sealed them. They are his only true family." Meri gasped for air. She had clung for years to the notion that she and Cody shared something, perhaps not love anymore, but a bond, a past. It felt like the last blow to hear this now, after everything. With a harsher tone, Janelle stated, "We have to tell the kids. They should be aware." The following evening, as the family assembled, an uncomfortable stillness descended among them. Christine had arrived at Janelle's request, despite no longer being a part of the marriage. "Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up." Leon, Garrison, Gabe, Savannah, and Hunter were among the children present. Robyn's elder kids, Aurora and Brianna, were also dragged into the meeting, with their mother sitting rigidly next to them. Last to arrive, Cody's face was already tense with annoyance. Now he detested these family gatherings. They were always blamed. With his arms folded, he questioned, "What's this about?" Janelle was the first to stand. "Cody, we are aware of what you did. Robyn and her children were sealed by you. You formally announced it. The rest of us were eliminated by you." Tension crackled in the air. Robyn opened her mouth to object, but Leon moved forward with their fists clenched before she could say anything. "So that's it." Leon's voice trembled. "We are no longer important? Now that Aurora and Brianna are your genuine children, what about the rest of us? We're just too much?" Cody let out a loud sigh. "This isn't what that is." "So what is it?" Leon lost his temper. "The reason for this is that it appears to be precisely that." Brianna and Aurora backed off, seeking comfort from Robyn. Ever the cautious one, Robyn dabbed at the corners of her eyes, attempting to elicit tears. "This is unfair," she whispered. "This is not what we asked for." Leon gave a halting chuckle. "No. Why didn't you stop him then?" Christine and Janelle remained silent while the scene played out. The minute the children knew, without question, that their father had taken sides, this was what they had feared. "What is the worst part, do you know?" Gabe raised his voice, which was as heavy yet quieter than Leon's. "Dad, I trusted you. Even though you treated me as though I didn't exist, I reasoned that perhaps things will return to normal eventually. Perhaps you'll recall that you have other children. However, this?" He gave a headshake. "You no longer even see us." Cody's jaw tightened. "This isn't what you're making it into." Christine laughed sharply. "No, Cody. At last, they are recognizing it for what it is." Cody shook Robyn off when she sought for his arm. Anger was now leaking out of his face, turning it red. "You have no idea the situation I'm in. I took the necessary actions for my family." Janelle's expression was unreadable as she gazed at him. "Your family," she said again. "You mean the family of Robyn?" There was a heavy hush. They had told the truth. The first to move was Meri. With a blank expression, she got up and moved to the door. Cody didn't give her a call. He made no attempt to stop her, and that informed her what she needed to know more than anything else. Janelle trailed behind, stopping briefly to nod at Christine. It was done. Nothing remained for which to fight. Leon looked at Aurora and Brianna, but he couldn't interpret their faces. "I don't hold you responsible," they said. "However, I no longer wish to interact with this family." Garrison and Gabe trailed behind. Cody was left standing there by alone with Robyn and the daughters he had selected after his children left one by one. Cody ran a hand through his hair and let out a deep exhale. He was victorious. He was living the life he desired. Why, therefore, did he feel as though everything was gone? And there's more. Janelle Brown of Sister Wives typically discusses financial difficulties, but Christine Brown revealed that she had to approach Cody Brown for a paycheck during their increasingly strained spiritual relationship. Although there may be some women who flourish in this kind of arrangement, plural marriage lowers women in many ways. Women are extending their hands in an attempt to obtain some money while they are not vying for a patriarch's attention. Christine said to Yahoo that while she is pleased with her husband David Woolley at the moment, Cody's financial practices are being closely scrutinized because of his continuing Coyote Pass drama with Janelle and Meri Brown. Christine just requested $10 when she sold her Coyote Pass stake. She was sick of Cody's controlling environment and was prepared to pay a price to be free. That wasn't incorrect, but it's admirable that she's sharing the truth about her life with Cody. Asking for money from her husband should never be necessary for a lady. It merely demonstrates how distorted the situation is. Janelle and Meri struggle to trust the guy they once loved as Cody broods over what happened to Coyote Pass. Regarding a piece of land that is essentially a battlefield, he is unable to make up his mind. He should wish to move on from the tormented history of Coyote Pass, yet he continues to hold on to the property's deed as if it were his final connection to the ladies he rejected. Both emotionally and financially, Christine has moved on. Together with David, she runs an Airbnb in the charming town of Moab, Utah. It's a pleasant spot with modern furnishings, and Christine advertises Plexus pink drinks and other dietary supplements on her Cameo account. She doesn't appear to be overly upset about Cody controlling the Brown family's finances. But Christine has a reputation for being self-reliant. His spending patterns, stated desire for financial restraint, and Coyote Pass decision-making created a long, dark shadow for Janelle and Meri. Cody has been showing off his expensive possessions, such as a $1,100 David Yurman pendant, for years. It's a shield-shaped design made of lapis lazuli. Robyn adores Victoria's Secret shopping. Her legs are so long that it's difficult to find the correct pajamas elsewhere, so she says she has to shop there. While the other women lived humbly, they and their children lived in their opulent home, which is currently for sale. It has a large living room and a luxurious master bedroom. Christine Brown of Sister Wives cares about Janelle, but she is not close to Meri. Christine helps Sister Wives viewers understand what happened and how difficult it is for the ex-partners who don't have husbands to turn to for both financial and emotional assistance when she talks about what it was like to be in the Brown family. They're close friends. While it's true that Cody had a lot of obligations to pay, Janelle's current financial difficulties indicate that there was a serious issue in the family. Cody Brown, the patriarch of Sister Wives, is attempting to reach viewers in a whole different way by portraying himself as the victim of the family through his emotions, but this won't sit well with devoted followers. Viewers have had the chance to learn about Cody in a variety of contexts and stages of his life during the course of Sister Wives. In certain situations, Cody's incapacity to navigate his connections without ruining those who interact with him has been interesting. In other situations, he is causing his family a great deal of distress. As Sister Wives Season 19 reveals yet another aspect of Cody's challenging nature. It is evident that the patriarch of the family has been making every effort to win over the show's viewers. It has become evident that the patriarch wishes to mend Cody's reputation after years of hearing about his negative traits from his ex-wives Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Meri Brown, as well as from his wife Robyn Brown about some of his terrible behavior. Regretfully, Cody's attempts to sway the scales are less grounded in truth than the initial comments he received, which greatly alarmed him. Cody has been open about the fact that he has learned more about his emotions that are lying beneath the surface as he has progressed through the most current season of Sister Wives. He has been attempting to give the impression that he is equally responsible for these feelings by labeling them and revealing that he has been betrayed, upset, overwhelmed, and so on. Cody thinks he can express his feelings and, in the end, blame someone else for his feelings, particularly if they are more challenging to manage. Observing Cody's declarations has been challenging, particularly in light of his prior actions. For most of Sister Wives Season 19, Cody has been trying to explain himself in a way that will allow the public to accept him in some way. Even though Cody has made it obvious that he doesn't want to upset his ex-wives, he continues to disparage their lives, their choices to end their marriages, and the way his ex-partners talk negatively about him to their children. Instead of just admitting that he has harmed others, Cody has made it apparent that other people have harmed him more during their many years of dating without taking responsibility for his actions. Talking about Cody's actions has gotten easier and harder since his character has been questioned repeatedly on Sister Wives and in the fandom. It has been simpler to discuss Cody's prior behavior in part because he readily expresses his concerns, explains it, and makes references to it. Even if he doesn't always understand what he's doing, Cody has made it clear that he doesn't want to be perceived as weak by the show's devoted audience or as someone who is easily abandoned. However, after honestly confronting Cody's actions throughout the years, talking about his conduct has become much more challenging. Prior to Christine's departure from him in Sister Wives Season 17, Cody made it apparent that he had previously made his wives' lives tough. Cody has been honest about how much Christine's betrayal upset him, but his weddings to Meri, Janelle, and her were just a way for him to feel like he was married to multiple people without respecting their tenets. Although Cody has been forthright about his shortcomings, his candor is insufficient to gain pardon. The majority of Sister Wives watchers are able to recognize that Cody is making things worse rather than better, even though some find it hard to see above the cloud he creates over each show. For years, Cody's actions have been painful to witness, but it won't help the cause to hear him justify his juvenile, self-centered, or otherwise disrespectful behavior toward his wives throughout the course of their decades together. Rather, Cody is allowing Sister Wives viewers to go inside his head without realizing that they already know why he does it. Although it has been challenging to investigate Cody's actions, it is easy to see that he is in charge. Cody has repeatedly demonstrated that he is in control and has been seeking further authority over his ex-partners and current wife, while the Sister Wives patriarch has been attempting to portray himself as a victim who has been used. Although Cody is acting like a villain while posing as the victim, Sister Wives viewers haven't been duped by his attempts to pass for the victim. As most Sister Wives viewers know, Cody has always been the show's antagonist. Regarding the heinous manner he has handled any of his wife, his children, or the show's audience, he is in no way the victim. Throughout the years of the show, Cody has tried to make his time with his family appear to be something it isn't by packing a falsehood so strong that it has been suppressed. For years, Cody has concealed the reality that he has been harmed by others rather than being open about the difficulties he was having as a husband and father. Cody has been controlling his family for longer than he probably wants to acknowledge, hiding his suffering to appear like a stronger man. Even though Cody has made the decision to explain that he was hurt, irritated, or overwhelmed by the behavior of others 30 years after attempting multiple marriages, he hasn't been able to locate himself in any way portrayed as the victim. Rather, Cody has consistently been portrayed as the antagonist that he is. Viewers of Sister Wives have demanded accountability for Cody's conduct and have refused to let him off the hook so easy. In the midst of her recently announced 2025 detox and speculation that she would be quitting Sister Wives, Janelle Brown talked about a new bond she has with her late son Garrison Brown. Sister Wives Season 19 has been revealing more about the family's split throughout the season, even though it hasn't yet addressed the heartbreaking death of Janelle and Cody Brown's son Garrison. Even though Sister Wives is aware that Janelle has successfully relocated to North Carolina and is currently managing the startup of her new company, Tata Farms, the show still features the behind-the-scenes footage of her move in recent episodes. Janelle recently transported her late son Garrison's truck to North Carolina after he passed away, she revealed in an Instagram post detailing her trip. When Garrison moved to Flagstaff, he purchased this truck, she said. Driving Garrison's truck, which her son Gabe Brown had been using for a while, was a significant occasion for Janelle, who said, "It makes me feel connected to my two boys, especially Garrison. The truck is worth more than she could ever recoup from trading it in." She revealed it was a bittersweet moment for Janelle, a mother of 6, when she decided to take a road trip in Garrison's truck, which had briefly belonged to Gabe, to get to her new home in North Carolina. Janelle has been honest about how she's been enjoying her time and trying her best to deal with her loss, since she moved away from some of her kids to be nearer to others. Making the decision to bring Garrison's vehicle home with her is similar to having a memento of her kid that she can use every day to remember him. Janelle is making every effort to ensure that her children on the West Coast are connected and consistent, even when she may not be physically present with them. Janelle has stated that she wants to proceed with her life in a different direction than she was previously taking, and understanding how difficult it was to lose Garrison has helped her put things in perspective. Janelle prioritizes her family and herself, and she has made it plain that she wants to do everything in her power to keep her kids safe and communicate with her. In recent years, Janelle's connection with sister wives has undergone significant shift, despite her prior enjoyment of sharing on the show. She has been candid about the fact that, although she enjoys sharing her life and keeping viewers informed on her happenings, she has occasionally found it difficult to handle some of the series' seemingly insignificant drama, particularly with Garrison's death still fresh in her mind. As the show's future is being questioned, Janelle could be better off keeping herself grounded away from the sister wives' cameras. According to a new revelation from his ex-wife Meri Brown, Sister Spouses star Cody Brown made it clear years ago which of his spouses he preferred. Meri talked about a distressing former event in which Cody blatantly preferred his current wife Robyn over his first wife Meri in the most recent post of her frequent social media update, Fridays with Friends. Meri and her best friend Jen Sullivan had another live talk on Instagram on January 31st. The topic of conversation shifted to Cody as usual. Meri was encouraged by Jen to tell a story about a traumatic event that happened while the Brown family was still residing in Las Vegas. Meri clarified that she had admired the work of a certain artist. She went to the artist's gallery one day with Cody. "I think the artist is great." She remembered that Cody was paying on a piece. Meri was completely mistaken, though, if she had assumed that Cody would give her a lovely surprise present. "Not for me. I love that one and I like this one," I said. "Oh, this one I just bought for Robyn," he said. "You can come look at it at her house," Meri said. Jen was appalled by Cody's actions. "Why didn't you simply shove him off a precipice?" She made a joke. "That's justifiable homicide." "It wasn't pleasant," Meri remarked. Meri talked about her present connection with Cody at other points in the conversation. In early 2023, the couple called it quits on their spiritual marriage, but they were initially able to maintain a friendly relationship. However, their relationship has recently deteriorated. Cody criticized Meri's association with Jen in the January 19th Sister Wives episode, labeling her a mean girl and urging her to ditch the bitches. Meri was offended by his hurtful remarks. "I'm really annoyed, because I really wanted a divorce that was peaceful," she added, "and things just keep happening that I will push back. I will push back, and you don't get to call my friends what you call my friends. I'm probably no longer the most popular ex-Meri," also alluded to continuous tension behind the scenes that Sister Wives fans would not be able to witness. "Recent events have occurred. It won't appear in a later episode," she declared. Meri was compelled to examine her own behavior after the most recent argument with her ex-husband. She admitted that she didn't manage the conversation effectively, even if she didn't elaborate on what was said. She said, "I am not proud of that conversation," and said she allowed myself to fall back into trauma responses. Meri's answer? She claimed to have come to the realization that she must keep distance from Cody. When it comes to her ex-husband, she now lives by the motto, "You don't need to try anymore." Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.